Pentiment, welcome back, dear friends and deep thinkers. It's time to go to bed. We cannot, surprisingly, attend the celebrations for the heathen feast, the pagan St. John's feast. Our apprentice does. So we let him go. Maybe he can tell us something. We hope he comes back all right. We'll see what happens in that night. I suspect a lot is going to happen. We had another vision from the church anchoress. That was terrible. And now we'll see. It's getting late. I should get some rest. Rest that will be. We cannot do anything anymore. We've tried to, but there's nothing available to us. We'll go to sleep. We'll see if or how we wake up. And we hope that Casper doesn't get lost. And as we expected this, we're attending the court again. Something had to happen in that night. Oh, look at that. We have... Oh. That now is another labyrinth. It's the labyrinth of the Virgin Mary that we've seen. Let's just move around there. You can sometimes find some things here. There's only one way in, though. Look at that. That's the one way. We're walking it. That is a pagan symbol, by the way. It's going all the way back to Indian traditions, a symbol of the wind gods, I believe. Sabine. What is it, Sabine? What? Come home. I will soon. You're lying. Sometimes I think you must despise me. But maybe it's worse than that. Maybe I'm nothing to be regarded at all. Oh, we've made our wife sad. What am I to you now? An annoyance, a bother? A nuisance to be ignored while you lead another life in London? Was there ever an ounce of love in your heart for me? There was, but no longer. I hate talking to you when you're like this. Nah, let's not talk about hate. We'll say nothing. Fine. Go back to your books, the only thing that makes you happy. This house is so lonely without him. Stop. Your presence would only amplify the grief. Stop! Oh, we've lost a child? Leave me alone. Leave me alone with the memory of him. Stop. Just leave me alone, just for one night. One night where I don't have to dream about him, please. So they had a kid and he died. Thank you. Wow. Just wow. That puts things into perspective. They lost a child together. That can destroy a partnership easily. If it didn't really come from August. So that was our former son. He looks so cute. Hello, August. I know you aren't going to say anything. You never say anything. I'm sorry I couldn't do anything for you. I'm so tired, August. Oh, he died from the plague. Do you get tired where you are? The last time I saw you, I said goodnight to you. I couldn't come to bed, so I stood in the doorway. I just stood in the dark. You didn't say anything back, so I said it again. I don't know how long I stood there. Just waiting for you to say goodnight. You still look the same age to me. I wonder if I'll ever forget your face. Do I remember your mother as she is? I remember loving her. Can you ever picture someone clearly if you love them? I loved your little boy. I loved you so much. Sometimes I wish I could die so I wouldn't feel it anymore. But I can't. So I retrace my steps every night and I find my way back to her, back to you. I love you, August. Good night. And we get no answer. Oh my god, that's a heartbreaking story. That hits you hard in the heart. What happened to this place? Whoa! It was well ordered and now the fools have taken over. And is that Beatrice or who is that? Someone has been bound and gagged here. Where's Prester John? Where's Socrates and St. Grobian? Grobian wasn't on the ship of fools. Melancholia is here. Won't you answer me? Oh, is she an angel with bound wings? That makes so much sense. No thoughts for Beatrice? You are Beatrice, aren't you? Once. I was a ways of caution, of prudence, and now more and less than caution, the ache of doubt that stiffens to paralysis, paralysis that breeds despair, melancholia. What happened to you? What happens to you? Happens to us. The foundations of this city are still moored within the ocean of your mind. Its court does not rule your mind rules the court. One's reason, curiosity, and the foolishness of youth dwelled under the aegis of your intellect. I am all that remains, the melancholy of life's autumn. How did it come to this? You have turned your gaze to your own dark center. You know the courses of your own life. You know how the choices you've made have brought you here. What am I supposed to do about it now? Change your life. Wait, I shouldn't be here. I needed to help someone. Is Casper all right? Ah, so your thoughts aren't entirely turned inward. There's still something in you that cares for others in spite of your melancholy. Perhaps there's still hope for us. Wake up, Andreas! St. John's Eve. And we grab a lantern. We need to find Casper. Oh, I was so waiting for this. I was so waiting for this. Where is Casper? I fear Ottilia has him. I mean, can we at least dress? That would make sense, right? But no. Can we dress? Is there a dress? We should dress. Oh, we would... No, I mean, we're so emotionally charged. He might have went to the forest, right? There's a lot of commotion tonight. It sounds like everyone's gone to the woods. Picking herbs. Masked up. Ask Smokey. Smokey's not here. He's not watching the fires. That isn't good. The voice love uses thyme. Grows so easy here. Oh, Casper. Casper, here you are. Master Andreas, what are you doing out here? Casper, thank God. I was worried when you didn't come back. Where have you been? I was at the bonfire with Killian, but I heard a ruckus from deeper in the woods. I left to go see what it was. Okay. Father Gernot, what are you doing out here? I was chasing one of the townsfolk, but lost track of the costumed buffoon. The forest is off limits. I'll figure out who's breaking the rules and excommunicate them myself. What was that? Someone is screaming in town. They're really taking this nonsense too far this year. I've told you about the traditions in parts of Bavaria. That still went on until about 30 to 50 years ago, where there were some nights of the hunt. And when you were outside back then, you were beaten half to death, or sometimes even to death. And when you left your door open easily, when you did not lock it, they would come into your house, break everything, and yeah, do things to you. Whatever they could. And there was no criminal investigation after this. Yes, it is not so long ago that in remote towns this happened. I don't think it still happens today, but thankfully, but yeah. Let's go back to town together, see what the noise was. Meeting at the shrine. There's no one here anymore. We can't go back. We can only go to town. Casper, come back. I've never seen these flowers before. I wonder where they found them. Who was that running off anyway? It was a big one, like Andreas or Big John. Big Jorg. It's too hard to tell who's who in those stupid costumes. Can worry about that later. Let's check on the town first. It was Otto. Werner, is he? Dead, yes, I'm afraid so. Of course Otto had to die. Someone released the rope. The platform crushed him. What? How did this happen? Baltus and Leonard and I heard the crash and stepped outside to see what had happened. Right, and then we saw a figure in a costume rushing off from the rat house. It must have been whoever released the rope. So who is not here? It's Father Thomas, right? For example, it's Father Thomas. And also not Andreas. Is Lucky here? Lucky is also not here. And of course the monks are not here. And what were you doing during all of this, Leonard? Enjoying a light meal with these gentlemen. Oh, what a shame, you can't blame me for this, Peter. Casper, look to see if Otto had a note. Huh? I mean, we could do this ourselves, come on. Do it. Making him do this, come on. No, Master, there is nothing. Are you certain? What were you expecting? I'm not sure. Should have done this ourselves. My God! Otto! No! No! You! The abbot must have killed him. The bastard always had it out for Otto. We all knew it. We need answers. How dare you? Oh, that's not the way you would talk with these people. I won't just stand here and be accused of such a foul act by a peasant. Go after him! Wait, no, the abbot was with us. He's innocent. The Casper is right, even if we don't have any proof. Grab the artist and the boy too. We'll get to the bottom of this. Casper, run! To the abbey. Oh, great. Nah, they were so friendly, we were so friendly, but that's not so friendly anymore, is it? Whoa. And rationality leaves you. Easy to understand in time of murder. Brothers! Go to the library now! They ran through the church this way! Oh gods. Have to go to the crypt. They've locked the door. And we're surrounded. Great. Andreas, get out of the way. Otto's death demands justice. Yeah, but couldn't have killed Otto. He was with us when we found the body. That's true, we did arrive with you. But you don't know where he was before that, do you, Andreas? Who else would want to kill Otto? Coward! Killer! Andreas, move! Yeah, well, there was someone running away into the woods. And it's probably not Big Jorg. It could have been Andreas. It could have been Martin. Because Martin's also not with us. It could have been Lucky. It could have been Ottilia. Wow. If you go after Gernot, the real killer would get away. No mercy! Face us! He's a monster! If those monks don't come out, we'll set fire to the whole place and cook them. You've all gone mad! You all have good reasons to hate the abbot, but he's not the culprit here. It doesn't seem like the abbot could really kill Otto, does it? Fine, damn it. You've got one day to find whoever you think is the real killer, Andreas. Otherwise we will come back for the abbot. Andreas, all I want is justice for my husband. Please, you must find the murderer. Eva, Otto was a good man. I won't stop until I find who killed him. Whoa. Darn it, this thing. The peasants are really convinced that Gernot killed Otto, but it was impossible. And we say, Pinter's temper got in the way. The abbot is an easy target, because he was at odds with Otto and his cause. As the master, Peter was furious. He's only giving you a day to find the murderer. Why do you even agree to find who really killed Otto anyway? It did turn out well last time, did it? Why do it again? Didn't turn out well. I'm worried what happened to the library. Everyone deserves justice, Casper. You have a good heart, Master Andreas. So who do you think did it then? Where do we even start? We should talk to Leonard. He always hated the peasants and supported the abbot. He was very vocal against Otto in the town commons the other day. Even if he didn't kill Otto, he might know who else had the motivation to. Well, what about Martin Bauer? When we saw him talking to Otto, they seemed to be arguing over something. It's not likely Martin supported Otto and the peasants. It would be worth talking to Martin to see what they were discussing. He might have an idea who would want to kill Otto. Good idea. Who else? I'm sure we can find some other suspects. We'll have to do some more investigating to find out who the murderer is. We'd better move fast. Could the murderer confess to Father Thomas? The murderer could be Father Thomas. Well, maybe. Even if the murderer did, Father Thomas is bound by the seal of confession. He won't tell us. But maybe Amalia? The anchoress. She hears it. However, we could eavesdrop on confessions. Since John's Eve just happened, the townsfolk will all come in to confess. Oh yeah, one of the townsfolk might have heard something anyway. That's a good place to start. Could also ask around at the Golden Hand. People will tell outsiders anything. They might have heard something we missed. Casper, what about the person who ran by us in the forest? They were wearing these flowers. I've never seen them before. Right, we have to find the source of those flowers in the woods. That might give us some sort of connection to the killer. We have a lot of good places to start. Even though time's short, we have a good chance at finding the real killer. All right, let's get to work. Another murder, another murderer. Let's have a look at the map. Oh, yeah. Abbey, Outer Tassing. And the places we want to investigate. And Tassing. We'll just look. We'll just look at everything. Let's start at the inn. Oh, hello, little one. Where do you come from? Who is that guy? He looks just like our son. Hello, Master Marla. Anything I can do for you? Yes, actually. You're pretty vocal against Otto in the town commons. What was that about? Just what I said then. I don't want anyone to get hurt, especially now. We've already had one death in Tassing. We don't need any more. Doesn't explain why you spoke out. Otto never advocated for violence. The Golden Hand relies on pilgrims and travelers for its business, Andreas. Otto got his way. Everything would be chaos. Swabia is burning as is. We need the law to live civilized lives. Andreas, what Otto was advocating for scared me. Something uncertain. Well, it's hardly better now. Otto was the only thing holding Peter back. Dear God, I hadn't considered that. I pray this ends quickly. I should get back to work. If you need anything else, Master Mahler, just let me know. Yeah, Peter is now in full mood. Hey, little guy. Let's go down here. Talk to everyone. Who are these people? Joshua. God bless you. And what became of the kid? Hey, Killian. Did you have fun with Casper? Good day, Master Mahler. Hey, Nico. Master Mahler, is there anything I can do for you? Nico, have you heard anyone in here talking about Otto's murder? Not just talking about it, but you know. Yeah, you know. Exactly. Like they had something to do with it, oh no. I think I'd remember something like that. Then again, I try not to eavesdrop on conversations. I don't want to get yelled at or worse. Maybe you could find more luck talking to people. Beer always tends to lose people's lips. Buy a round for everyone, and you can have the run of the place. You'll be here a while, though. Interesting idea, maybe later. Until then. Let's talk to Samuel. Hello, Andreas. Yeah, we'll have to come back here anyways for sleeping. So we'll do that later. I mean, they might have noticed something, but they're not, like, as intense. I really want to get to the church. Really, 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 really the church. Oh, there's no one here. I tell you. Andreas, enjoy the bonfire. Up until the murder, I suppose. They only seem to happen when you're here. What are you doing back here anyway? I came to pay my respects to Brother Piero. Why? He can't hear you. He's gone. For my own sake, I suppose. All right, I understand that. Stupid, but I understand it. Can't imagine why anyone would come to Tassing unless they were desperate. Do you work for Father Thomas? Work for? I'm his slave. I clean his damn church and keep his house so I have a roof over my head. Around the time the Baron was murdered, I lost my home. That bastard, the abbot, took it from me. Now I have to rely on the charity of the church. I hate the church as much as the abbey. I wish they were a hell, so I could send the lot of these holy men there. I understand. They haven't treated... No, you don't. You can't. No matter. Do you know anything about Otto's murder? No, why would I? And why do you care? I'm just asking. You never know who might have seen or heard something. Well, I haven't. Are we done? Yes, until later. Fine. Anything here? Oh, there's Father Thomas. Anything new to it? What does the labyrinth symbolize? What does it, really? Is that our dreams? Father Thomas. Oh, Andreas, what have you come back to? This is all awful. Just awful. I should never have allowed Klaus to publish the 12 articles. This is what happens when common people get agitated by reading nonsense. Is that what you think of the 12 articles? I spoke rashly. There's merit to the fundament of the 12 articles, of course. There's even merit in the ideas of Martin Luther, but I'm not about to advocate that the peasantry read his works. These pamphlets, these books can make people crazed, furious. Sister Amalia and I have seen what happens when good people become part of a mob. What do you mean? Before we came to Tassing, I was the priest at a town near a Benedictine convent. What? So, he brought her with him? The town was full of good people. But then the good people were whipped into a panic by an educated neighbor, the town doctor. He had read the Malleus Maleficarum. It had put ideas into his head. The Hammer of Witches, also called Hexenhammer, a treatise on witchcraft published in Speyer in 1486. Theologians at the University of Cologne condemned the book as unethical and not in line with Catholic doctrine. Despite this, the book has enjoyed widespread popularity. It's about how you get down witches and stuff. Why? The book was condemned by theologians. The doctor's copy contained a sound endorsement from the faculty of the University of Cologne. One thing the book's author and the doctor shared was a contempt for and hatred of women. In the convent, the doctor saw a coven of witches. In Sister Amalia, he saw not a mystic, but a woman possessed by evil spirits, speaking blasphemy. Even Saint Hildegard came under suspicion for her visions, and she prevailed. Praise the Lord. But we do not live in St. Hildegard's time. The doctor believed the nuns were witches. The local magistrate did not agree, but that did not stop the doctor from inflaming his neighbor's fears. No matter what I did, no matter what I said, it made no difference. They wouldn't listen to reason. They wouldn't even listen to scripture. In the dead of night, they gathered at the convent and set fire to it. Sister Amalie was lucky to escape with her life. The rest of the nuns were not as fortunate. So I am all too aware of what can happen when a mob forms. I should have known it would happen again. This is my fault. You can't blame yourself for this, Father. Why not? I share more than a small measure of responsibility. You'd think that Otto's death would have shocked the farmers into abandoning a hopeless cause. It's only inflamed them. Should never have come to this. The other should have known he was playing with fire. What about Otto and Peter? What about Klaus? Shouldn't they have known? Peasants are being butchered all over Swabia. I just want this to stop before it gets any worse. I suppose there's no good fretting about what's already happened. I have to minister to the people of the town as best I can, given the circumstances, and pray for the best. Speaking of which, I need to hear confessions from the townsfolk. It's a Tassing tradition after St. John's Eve, in case they got up to any mischief that can't wait until Easter. I have to give priority to the locals, of course, but if you want to wait a few hours, I can hear you. You don't have to, of course, but I would be remiss if I didn't offer. Could we eavesdrop then? Not right now, Father, but thank you, of course. So we have to invest our time into something. We cannot do it all. The game is realistic in that way. Well, let's visit Klaus. Hey, Magdalene. Ah. Hey, Klaus. Hello, Andreas. It's pretty limited in what we can do now. We have to choose one of these places. Let's just see what the Abbey does and what the last thing does, right? It's in Outer Tassing, the Golden Hand Inn, the Mill. We'll see if all the people that are here respond the same. Then we'll go to the Abbey, do the same. We'll stop by at the Mill, and they probably also have something to talk about, but maybe it doesn't take that much time. Okay, we have to visit everything. Just about everything. Because that's what a thorough investigator would do. The Zimmerman house now. My goodness. Eva. Oh, Andreas. I'm so sorry, Eva. I knew something like this would happen. He believed in what he was doing. I know he was doing the right thing. But, Andreas, I was so scared. I don't know what I'm going to do now. It is hard to deal with a death that is so sudden. I don't remember my mother. She was gone before I ever knew her. And now Ötz is never going to know his father. I'm sorry, Andreas. I'm just so tired. It's all right. Maybe we could come back later and share a meal together. Yes, I think that would help later then. Until then. We should bring her something. She's on her own now. She has no one to provide for her. It's really nearly a death sentence here, Anton. Hello, Master Mahler. Back that till. The Grey Eminence, maybe. Hello, Master Mahler. Andreas. Andreas, how did you get caught up in another murder? Maybe God wants me to solve murders instead of making art. Seems like a bad way to put food on the table, but maybe you're right. Listen, Andreas, I can't talk any sense into Peter. I understand he's angry. We are all angry, but threatening the abbot, burning down the abbey, the Duke's soldiers will tear this town apart. Peter won't listen to you. What makes you think I can carry any more weight with him? I don't know. You lived with a man. I'm just worried for all of us. Understand. I'll talk to you later, Andreas. Until then. So we'll see Otto last. Now let's get Central Town. The bakery. And, yeah, the rich people up there. And Balthasar. Who also said we should visit him. Ulrich. Andreas, it seems you're in the thick of another mystery again. It's not by my choosing, I swear. It's good of you to take it on. In any case, we need your help. The peasants are angry. Even if what you and Caspar said about the abbot makes sense, they don't want to hear it. It's too easy to blame Father Gernot for Otto's murder. Do you know anything about who might have killed Otto? Andreas, if I knew anything, I'd tell you. I'd tell Peter. I'm critical of the abbot, but I still love the man. I still love all of the brothers and sisters at Kiersau. I don't want to see them harmed any more than you do. If I see or hear anything that could help, you'll be the first person I tell. Thank you, Ulrich. It's the least I can do. Keep faith, Andreas. Trust in Providence. We're all in God's hands. Anna, have you seen anything? Hello, Master Andreas. God bless you, Andreas. Constantly worried he is a good man. I wonder how long Ratha's construction will be delayed now. Can we still find anything here? Oh, you're here. Again, Andreas. Werner, do you have a moment? Dr. Stolz. Dr. Stolz. You have a moment? I suppose. What do you need? Are you familiar with these flowers? I thought you might have used them in your practice. They are familiar, but I can't place them. My medical training relies on more universal treatments than local wives' herbs. You could speak with a Steinauerin woman. She might know their more provincial uses. Agnes has been a midwife longer than either of us has been alive. Great. Take your future questions to her, then. Good day, Marla. He hates us now. Great. That wasn't so prudent. Did you notice there's 2 beds in here? But we don't know anything about anyone living with him. Let's have a look at the Isenkopf house. He probably has his bed upwards. Greetings, Andreas. You have arrived at the ideal moment. Alright, less than ideal considering Otto's recent death. It took place right outside your house. You truly didn't catch anything that would be useful to my investigation. Alas, as said, Werner and Learnhardt and I were engaged in a stimulating debate when we heard the crash outside. I only saw a figure flee, but unfortunately I have no useful details on whoever it may have been. I hope you find a lead, for I have severe doubts about the involvement of the abbot in this gruesome affair. Meanwhile, I am drawing close to the final design of my latest invention. As such, I would very much like to hear your thoughts on it. Of course, you asked me to come share ideas. Splendid, I've been devising something most unique. Come. At present we have a problem. The peasants suffer under harsh conditions. Do you agree? They do not have it easy, no? They toil constantly, but achieve little over bare subsistence. They are then taxed heavily. The peasants grow angrier, hence the nascent troubles all across the lands. It's a dangerous time. So I have devised a tool to lessen their drudgery. Here, take a look at the schematic. Behold the plough, in front of it an automaton, man or beast it matters little, dragging the plough behind it. Have you seen any artificial people before? What? I mean, he seems kind of crazy, but I've looked through the Belli Fortis by Conrad Kieser. It contains some curious sketches of inventions. If you know, if you know Kingdom Come Deliverance, I think Kieser is the engineer for the ballistic machines there. It contains some curious sketches of inventions. An elaborate work. It is meticulous in its depiction of warfare, although personally I am not so keen on the matter, so you understand of which I speak, the intricacies of machinery. Gears within gears, symmetric coils, turning a shaft system that leads to the gearing mechanism. Controls that are quite complex but allow for it to follow a predetermined path. It toils so the peasant does not have to. Similar to Leonardo's self-propelled cart. I might have seen it in a manuscript once. No, this is a different class of invention altogether. The universe reveals itself through the minute intricacies of clockwork. There's still a few imperfections to work out, but I can feel I'm on the correct path. Tell me, Andreas, what do you think? Be truthful. There can be no progress without truth. It's great. Truly, do you think so? Or are you saying that so to spare my feelings? I know it's not true, Andreas. I was just afraid to admit I had failed again. My father would not approve. Your father's also an inventor? He is, with a sharp mind and a sharper tongue, if need be. Why did you leave in the first place? Because of the tongue? That makes sense. I had to prove myself to my father, I suppose, and maybe... my father had attempted to arrange for me a marriage. I did not feel ready. Wow. I mean, we had a difficult marriage, right? But we loved her until our son died from the plague. It's a curse sent to man. I mean, an arranged marriage is that, but that is not just about arranged marriage. Let's give him some kind of outlook so he can marry if he wants to. It's not so bad once you get used to it. It's a commitment that causes me trepidation, even to this day. In any case, there's much more I have to learn. My inventions have not been as successful as I would like. Perhaps it's because you're lacking the correct frame of mind. Why so? I'm not certain I can envision such designs, but these do not coalesce. Military applications. No, consider the aesthetic. Look for the substance that emerges from the harmony of paints. I'm not sure the sensibilities of an artist carry over as easily, perhaps. But I thank you, Andreas. I invited you to exchange thoughts, and you have proven most valuable. I mean, I thought we would set him on the mechanical plough, or on a plough altogether, and hopefully he's successful in that. This conversation has given me much to consider, but now I guess I must return to work. Good luck, Balthus, until later. Of course, it's just a metaphor of such a conversation, but it's still good. Going back to Central Town. Now, we must go this way at first. Oh, the Steinauering. We have to ask her about the flowers. Hey, Lucky, you hate me? Oh my goodness. Agnes. Andreas, I'm a bit occupied at the moment. Did you need something? I only need a moment of your time, Agnes. Have you seen these flowers anywhere around Tassing? Werner didn't recognize them. It suggested you might know where they grow. Oh, marsh yellowcaps. I've gathered these before for herbal purposes. They're incredibly useful. I've always found them east of the shrine to St. Sacha in the forest by the Roman ruins. I didn't know there was anything east of the shrine, much less Roman ruins. You didn't think you learned everything about Tassing on your first visit, did you? Push through the underbrush and you'll find the place and these flowers. Thank you, Agnes. We'll take a look. Good day. Lucky. Andreas, not looking good, is it? No, it's not. To find the real killer, it couldn't have been the abbot. You don't need to convince me. Best you get on that, then. The unrest bodes ill. Peasants are about to do something foolish. Haven't you told them about the secret entrance into the library? I don't always see eye to eye with Peter and the rest, but I don't want them all killed. If they got into the library, I don't even wish to imagine what they could do. The soldiers would strike back, and there'd be a massacre in Tassing. I have no choice but to stop them. Do you have any thoughts on who might have done this? It wasn't me, in case you were thinking to accuse me again. Otto had a few conflicts, but nobody I'd call an enemy. Get going, you don't have much time. Wow, we just revealed a motive there. Always the suspect, right? Always the suspect. Always the contrary man, though. Not too bad, not too good. I think we should go first. Yeah, we shouldn't probably go to Otto before we have any solution to this. We'll go to the forest now that we've learned this. But let's drop by at Smokey's. You might have seen... Oh, there's something here. What's that? Here's some flowers, master. Close, but not a match to the ones you found. Let's keep searching. Hey, Smokey. Good to see you, Master Marler. Ah, he has nothing to say. It's a shame. Yeah, that's the thyme again. The sticks. I first want to see the waterfall before we get to Sunsetia. What about these, Master Andreas? No, these flowers are red. They don't match what you found. Yeah. So that's, if you don't ask, you can still find that. That's the waterfall. I just click on theirs. So if there's anything in there, we can see. It doesn't seem that changed a bit. That's still 2 innocents. It's still 2 innocents. And these flowers also not. Surely we'll find the right ones later. Yeah, we already know where we'll find them, right? The Shrine to Sunsetia. Going through the underbrush there. Master, I think I've seen an opening behind these trees, at least to a deeper area of the forest. Could this be where that mysterious costumed figure ran when Otto was murdered? Absolutely. We should see where it leads. It could take a while, though. Yeah, I want to go there first. Let's get going. That seems pagan to me. What are these buildings? What is this place? Some kind of Roman ruin, like the aqueduct in the meadow. Look, Master Andreas, the flowers. Finally, maybe we'll find something useful after all. Let's look around. There's an inscription here. There's an inscription here. Tassie nymphi fontis metellus flavus prefractii uslum coslane ahanus et kiltus. Wow, that's unusual Latin. A Roman depiction of a nymph. There's an inscription underneath, probably a dedication. To Tassia, nymph of this spring. Oh, that's where the name Tassing comes from. Publius Metellus Flavus, prefect of Ratium, has paid his vow willingly, deservedly, in the consulship of Aneanus and Siltus. Old Roman, eh? Till. Didn't seem to expect any Latin inside an aqueduct. Quintus said these stones while Aldous fucked. Oh well, yeah. Yeah, that is common in Roman ruins. Have you ever visit them? This looks like a Roman curse. Lucius sold me bad bread. Let his teeth rot like his wet. There's the costume. Is that what it looks like, Master Andreas? Yes, the costume the killer was wearing, and they ran past us. So much for us finding it in the home of the killer. But perhaps there's a clue inside. Florian examined the coat of Baron Rothvogel with... I have you, Master Andreas. Casper, go get help. I won't let you fall. It's not a long drop, just get someone to bring a rope. I can't abandon you, Master. Bringing me a rope isn't abandoning me. I suppose that is true. Okay. And we go in together. So much for that investigation in a day. Well, we're all wet, but I don't think I heard anything. I guess that wasn't really that long of a fall. The important thing is that you aren't hurt. Let's focus on getting out of here. Of course, Master. I wish we had a little more light down here. I can't see a thing, can you? I'm going to look around and see if we can find a way out. What is he doing here? Does he have some oil or what? Wow! Casper, does this work? I must admit I'm impressed. I just remembered how flammable these brush rags are. Why were you carrying around the flint and steel? Well, you never know when you might need some fire. Quod erat demonstrandum. Thus it has been demonstrated. What is this place? A cistern. We must collect water from the spring to feed it into the aqueduct. The aqueduct in the meadow? I suppose so. And all we need is to do is follow it back, perhaps. An old Roman pig. Okay. Certainly an adventure. There's something we could do here, or we could go further. What is this? Where do you think this goes? It goes up, so it probably leads out. I don't think I can squeeze through that gap. I need to find something to move the rocks, something to give us leverage. Wait. Huh? Never mind, let's find a way out of here. Have we heard something there? Someone calling for help, maybe. Maybe the killer went in here and was hit by the rocks. Jumping across? But we've seen the ghost there. No, we'll not jump across. That could be dangerous as well. We're not like that. Maybe we could find something I mean, we've heard something there. And I think I've seen a big stick down there. Down in the cistern. Oh, look! Looks like the tunnel collapsed here, Master. Must lead toward the town. It looks like there's a gap. Do you want me to try to squeeze through? I don't know. It seems risky. I can do it, Master Andreas. No, I'm sorry. I don't want something to happen to you. Of course, Master. There must be another way we can go. Yeah, we will use something else here. There's this lot of sticks. Can we get one of these freaking sticks here? Ah. Apparently not. Is there anything here that would give us leverage? We won't be able to escape through all this heavy rubble. I need to find something to get leverage. Yeah, we've heard that. We've heard that. But good that you're repeatedly thinking it, Andreas. Is there something up there? I mean, we won't die if we jump over there, right? It's our risk, though. Oh, that worked. The Upper Aqueduct Convent. Wow, we're wasting so much time in this. What's this? Oh, that seems like... wow. There's a big grate. Maybe we can get out that way. It's too high for either of us to reach. Climb on my shoulders and see if you can push it out of the way. What in the name of... It looks like a kitchen. The Abbey kitchen. What else is up here? I don't think so. It's big, though. Of course, we must be under the convent. Do you see any of the nuns? No. Hello? Nothing. Where could they be? I doubt the sisters loiter in the kitchen all day long. Can you lift the grata off? Yeah. You can? You can. There's something heavy above me. I can only lift it a little, and I don't think I can squeeze through. I might be able to reach... Yeah, this one. Okay, good, good, good. You have it. I got a fire poker. Excellent. We can use it to move the rocks and get out of here. Oh, of course, Master. Nice to have an apprentice that way. I still want to see where that leads. Don't you? The Upper Aqueduct Crypt. Oh, this connects to everything. What is in here? Is this a door? What the heck is... Oh my goodness. Appears to be a strange one. Where does it go? I'll try to nudge it. Can't say, but it must have been much more recently than the rest of the aqueduct. Can't we get out this way? Is that sound, Master? Snoring? Someone sleeping on the other side of the door. Hey, wake up! What should we do, Master? I'll We already have the poker from the convent kitchen. We can try that on the stones and try to get out. Of course. Still, I want to see what more this connects to. Oh. Okay, so that is the way out. Oh yeah, okay, we're taking our steps carefully. This freaking thing connects to everything. Just wow. Okay, apparently we can easily jump across, so let's do this. We'll not let Casper go alone again. What are we doing, right? Wait, was it here? That was the pile of rocks. Now, hand me that thing. Try using the fire poker from the kitchen to shift the rocks out of the way. Hey, we could do that. We're far stronger than the little one. Yeah, and we're doing it. Good. That's risky. It's okay. Wait, I still hear something. You shouldn't come here during the day. And I had to. The farmers are out for blood. Oh, Hannah. And? Don't play stupid. We both wanted Otto gone. Now he is. I didn't kill him. Did you? Why would you ask me such a thing? Because of the note, you stupid cow. Because of the note that sent you into hysterics. Because you're behaving like a woman who committed a murder and is afraid of being caught. How could you Stop. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you did it or didn't. He's dead. The idiot peasants can beat the ground with their pitchforks and nothing will come of it. Or that artist, Andreas. He could be a problem. Have you done anything to raise his suspicions? I don't think so. Good, then just wait. Time will run out for Peter and the rest of his worthless kind. The abbot will stay in power. Pilgrims will keep coming to the shrine and staying at your inn. Yes, good. Thank you for putting my mind at ease. Be quiet. Go home. Don't come here again unless it's for a quick fuck. If you want comfort, talk to your fat husband. Don't bother me with your hysteria. Of course, I'm sorry. Wow. Wow. That is indeed crazy. I'm glad we're finally out of there, Master. What a strange adventure. Do you think Mistress Hannah could have killed Otto? Yes, she's only been pretending to care about the town's safety. She's only concerned with the shrine staying open. I would then make her want to kill Otto. The peasants overthrow the abbot. They might loot or destroy the shrine. Without the hand of St. Moritz, there's not much reason for pilgrims to travel to Kirsau. There'd hardly be any visitors to the Golden Hand. Exactly. Now we know Hannah has a motive. It's possible she'd kill to protect her family's inn. We need to talk to Nico and Killian to see just how committed she was. But first, let's go back to the Golden Hand and clean up. People will get suspicious if we walk around town like this. Good idea, Master. Hannah and Leonard. The proprietress. Yes, indeed. She's having an affair with a miller. Yeah. Hannah Bergerin. And it's already dark again. The sun is not looking much like... Let's talk to... I mean, he's looking like... Why is Killian hanging around here? Let's talk to Nico. Master Marla, if it's not too forward, I was wondering if you would do my family the honor of joining us for a meal. Actually, I'd like to talk to you about your wife. Hannah, what about her? Do you know what she gets up to over by the Roman ruins? Yes. And you're fine with that? What would you have me do? Drive her out into the wilderness? See her punished by the law? I just don't know what to do. I don't really understand her. I don't know and understand my wife either. What are we to do? All I know is that something has to change. An unhappy marriage is a wretched way to live. Believe me, I know. Stand up to her and carve out some path towards happiness. I don't know how. Before you can solve your marriage, there's a bigger problem you need to think about. She's glad Otto died, did you know that? I'm sure I don't know what you mean. Really? She never said anything about Otto to you? No, never. She never did. Now please leave me be. As you wish. Until later. Until then. He's not going to help us out for that. Yeah, he will not profit from it. We haven't helped him in any way. Killian, do I have a moment? Sure, is there something wrong with your room? No, I wanted to know if you'd noticed anything odd about your mother lately. Odd how? Does she ask you to watch the inn by yourself very often? Oh well, sometimes I guess. Dad and I look after the place more in the evenings when she gets tired, but lately she's been leaving during sext. She says she brings food over to the townsfolk at the Rathaus. At noon, okay. So I usually watch the inn until she gets back. There was one other time, yes. Mom left in a hurry one night, and when I was cleaning up around the bar, I found this note. Wird die Abtei zerstören, die Hölle wird die Hand von St. Moritz verschlingen. Das Rathaus nach Johannisfeuer. He will destroy the abbey. Hell will swallow the hand of St. Moritz, the Rathaus, after St. John's fire. Another note. I've seen several like this before. But what does this mean? St. John's fire. I wonder if that means the bonfire. Could one of the guests have left the note? I don't think so, Master Marla. I found it tucked under the money chest. The note could have been for one of your parents then, but why? I don't know. I don't want anyone to destroy the abbey, even if the abbot is cruel to the peasants. Ulrich is keeping Peter calm for now. I hope the note helps, Master Marla. Just don't tell Mum or Dad, all right? This note might have bigger connections than you think, Killian. We can trust the kids, because they were not alive. I should get back to work. See you later, Master Marla. Until then, we may only be able to trust the kids. God bless you. I don't think the guests have anything much to say about this. I mean, they might have seen Hannah. They might have seen Hannah carried out. Can we still ask the... Master Marla, if it's not too forward, I was wondering if you would join my family. I think you'll see she couldn't have committed that horrible crime. Perhaps later. Very well, until then. No, we promised we would eat with Otto's wife. That's just what we should do, right? We cannot go to the abbey. The peasants are still there, apparently. We can speak to Father Thomas. God bless you, Andreas. We can speak to Ottilia again, but that won't change anything. Andreas. Let's see to Martin Bauer and the others. Hello, Andreas. Good to see you, Andreas. Hello, Kat. Martin seems different from how I remembered him. What changed? Oh, that's right. He was still gone by the time you left Tassing. He returned several weeks later, like he always did. Was it his travels or time that changed him? Only God knows the truth of a man's heart, but I suspect the challenges he faced on the road improved his memories of home. He hasn't stolen anything or run off in years. Truly, the Lord provides us his faithful. He and Otto were arguing the other day, though. Do you know why? Were they? I'm sorry, Andreas, but I don't know anything about that. Martin supports Otto in his cause against the abbot's taxes. They didn't have any cause to fight. I don't know, Kat. Their argument was quite heated. Did Martin have any reason to hurt Otto? Of course not. They become close friends these past few years, like brothers. Even brothers quarrel. After Franz died, God blessed me by returning my son to me, healed of his darkness. We should be giving thanks that the Lord led Martin to the light, but we heard that if he was drunk, he could do anything, right? I'm sorry I didn't mean to disturb you. I'm just trying to find out who really killed Otto. Trust me, Andreas, I know my own son. Martin would never do such a thing. Thank you for talking with me, Kat. Thank you for hearing me out. Until later, Andreas. Until then. Yeah, but a mother and a son, right? She would never tell he's guilty, even if he is. Hello, Andreas. Could you spare a moment, Brigitte? I suppose. What do you need? It was so strange seeing Martin. What do you mean? It seems he came back from his travels a changed man. For the better, yes. For all the grief he gave me, we're happy now. Is that so bad? No, of course not. He did get into an argument with Otto when I was coming into town, though. What happened there? Why all the questions about my husband, Andreas? We'll lie. I'm trying to catch up on everything that's changed in Tassing. You're a poor liar, Andreas. I'm looking for any reason someone might want to murder Otto. Otto was pressing Martin to support him in the town commons, Andreas. Martin has changed, but his history in this town is remembered. He doesn't want to cause more trouble. He didn't want to speak in the commons because he's afraid of the abbot. They squabbled over it, that's all. Otto threatened Martin if he didn't cooperate. What was your husband so afraid? What was your husband so afraid Otto knew? Help me understand the truth, Brigitte. Martin does have a secret, I'll tell you. Oh. Martin never came back. My Martin never came back. He died on the road. The man who came back is Jobst Ferber. He traveled with my husband, and when Martin died, he took my husband's place. They looked alike. No one even noticed. Jobst has been a better husband than Martin ever was. He had a rough past, but he's a changed man. He saved the farm and our family. He works hard and lets me spend as much time with Veronica as I want. He's a miracle I never expected to have. I don't know how Otto found out, but I'm not surprised he held it over Jobs to get his way. That wasn't fair of Otto, but Jobs wouldn't kill Otto over it. How well do you know Jobs really? Please, Andreas, I'm pregnant with his child. He's a good man. Leave us out of this. I'll do what I can to keep your family safe. Thank you, Andreas. I'll see you later. Until then. A man named Jobst Ferber. Wow, how could we find out more about him? Jobst Ferber. We could ask at the golden hand. And I expect that Peter is still up there. Maybe Veronica knows more. No, she doesn't tell us. Hedy. Hello, Andreas. We cannot get in here. Johan is here. Hans is here. Johan always has something to say. Andreas, you and me need to talk. Alright, what's on your mind? Why are you helping the abbot? You know what he's been doing to our families? Yeah, I mean, we're a bookworm, but the library, come on. We're not that much. Because he's probably innocent. Innocent? I don't believe it. And even if he didn't kill Otto, he's been slowly killing us for years. I'm not smart like Otto, but I'm not so dumb that I don't know what I'm being shit on. Do you really think that burning down the abbey will make things better? I don't know. But if the abbot doesn't care about what happens to us, maybe we need to hurt something he does care about. That's a dangerous gamble, Johan. The Duke's soldiers could easily raise all of Tassing if you do anything drastic. You may be right, but I don't know what else to do. Do what you have to do, Mala. Yeah, they're really helpless in this. Is here. We don't want to talk to him. Hello, Andreas. Who could know something about Jobst Ferber? Clara. Hello, Andreas. Oh, and where's the little one? Hello, Andreas. Hey, Peter. God bless you. You have to talk to Peter still. Hello, Andreas. He doesn't say anything. Okay, well then. Well then. We should go eat with someone. Till. I mean, he got sometimes out of town. Who could know something about Jobst Ferber? Now let's eat with her. Eva. Oh, Andreas. I haven't eaten in a while. Would you mind sitting with me for a bit and sharing some food? Of course, Eva. Oh. Thank you for coming. It's not easy being alone right now. Ah. Yes, I know you're here, little boy. That's... We're happy to keep you company, Eva. Thank you, Andreas. I know you have your own problems to deal with. Please sit. I'm sorry. I'm just used to my father or Otto praying. Would you like me to pray? If you wouldn't mind. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty. Protect Eva and Ötz during these trying times. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. Thank you for doing this, for trying to find Otto's killer. I know my father and the others, they forced you into it, but I appreciate it. Otto was a good man, Eva. You deserve to see his killer brought to justice. I always spoke highly of you. I'm glad you feel the same way. Eva, may I ask you something about Otto? I know it's hard. It is, but I need to help if I can. Who do you think may have had cause to kill Otto? The abbot, of course, but there were others in the town who resented Otto for what he was doing. He must have hid it well, because it seemed like everyone around here supported him. Most people support him, but it bothered my father that it took the inheritance and forest laws to get Otto on our side. The peasants have been dealing with the abbot's taxes and property schemes for years. You remember what happened to Ottilia Kemprin's farm? She and her husband worked that land for years. She's been reduced to little more than a beggar, working for the church she hates. The taxes and restrictions apply to everyone equally in Tassing, don't they? Just because they apply to everyone doesn't mean we're all affected by it equally. The peasants bear a heavier burden, especially when they aren't allowed to pay their taxes with crops. And the families around here used to depend on the forest for fish, for firewood, and for grazing their pigs. Yeah, we've painted it ourselves. You can't say that someone like Dr. Stolz or even Klaus is affected the same way as my family or the Bauers. Yeah, I mean, if you have a lot, then you can afford to give a lot away. If you have nothing, you can't afford to give anything away. There had to be some people who were unsympathetic, like Leonard. Of course, but no one hates the peasants the way he does. I can't think of anyone else who spoke out against Otto. He managed to convince most of the townsfolk that the peasants' cause was right. If anyone harbored resentment about it, they kept quiet about it. Surely there was some opposition initially? Yes, of course. People debated it in the commons, but no one got that heated about it, aside from Leonard. I mean, he could have lied to her, right? Or he could have tried to find out with the bread. I'm sorry, I don't think I can talk much more about this. I just wanted to be over with. Of course, Eva, thank you for your help. Mistress Eva, are you feeling well? You've barely eaten anything. I don't have much of an appetite, but I'll be all right. I'll eat in a bit for Ötz's sake. Thank you, Caspar. What about you, Andreas? I'm sure you weren't expecting this to interrupt your trip home. I'm glad. No, I have mixed feelings. But returning to Nuremberg, things are difficult at home. I have a huge commission waiting for me, and I have no interest in doing it. No interest in any art, to be honest. What do you mean? You've always seemed to love painting. When I saw your masterpiece just before I left, I still think it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. What's happened to you in the last 7 years? My son died. Success happened. I make art for nobles, merchants and bankers whose only interest is vain glory. No, I lost touch with something, Eva. I don't even know why I do this anymore. It's like you need to make something new, something for different people. You have a talent that could reach more people than you know, Andreas. What do you mean? Think about Klaus. Even a peasant up here in the mountains can afford the books he prints and sells. The words and images in those books can help us understand places and things and ideas that we will never be able to see for ourselves. That may not matter to all of us, but to some of us it does. It matters to me. So if you want to make art that matters, make it about something important, and make it for someone who cares. Maybe you're right. Oh no, it's feeding time, of course. Thank you for the visit, both of you. It helps. Think about what I said, Andreas. You don't have to be unhappy. I will, thank you. And thank you for trying to find justice for Otto. God bless you. It's the compline again, and we haven't done anything. We haven't found anything out. But we have to do more again in the next episode. Thank you for watching and happy gaming to you. This is Immanuel Khan signing out. See you soon. And happy gaming. Maybe we can skip sleeping. Have a great time until next time.